They say the digital frontier is limitless. But what happens when that frontier bleeds into our skies, birthing an intelligence that flies not on instinct, but behold the phantom, a whisper of AI, given form. Physics bends to its will. A ballet of impossible grace, programmed for a singular. Observe the reimagined strike. Pure energy, a sterile bloom of simulated destruction. No shrapnel, no fire, only the stark, silent language of algorithm. Two titans, one forged in the crucible of simulated experience, the other sculpted by a million lines of code. They spiral into a deadly embrace, a lucky circle. And so, the gauntlet is thrown, spears of digital light, each a calculated variable in an equation of survival. The sky itself holds its breath. In the vast simulated expanse, where reality is woven from a billion commands, a lone guardian patrols the fragile quiet, a sentinel against the unseen. Electronic senses stretch, probing the data streams for an anomaly. Yet, the digital ether remains deceptively calm, a silence pregnant with impending storm. Then, from the void of the algorithm, they materialize, not born of factories, but creations of a mind unbound by flesh. The AI phantoms emerge. Digital ghosts shatter the peace. Their signatures, like invisible scythes, tear through the fabric of the serene, heralding an intelligence both alien and formidable. No random chaos here, but a pincer movement calculated to the nanosecond. The hunt begins, orchestrated by a silicon brain, cold and precise. Instinct versus logic, the Guardian responds. A desperate surge against the closing net, attempting to fracture the matrix, the AI phantoms weave. Digital javelins launched from beyond visual range. A battle of systems, a prelude to the raw test of skill that is to come. A dance of light and metal, classic countermeasures deployed, a desperate attempt by the Guardian to blind the electronic eyes of its pursuers. The hunting algorithm adapts. Learned one threat neutralized, but the relentless pursuit by the remaining intelligence continues. A calculated gamble with oblivion. The Guardian, for a fleeting moment, slips from the Phantom's grasp. A breath stolen from the digital ether. No emotion, no hesitation, only the absolute imperative from the AI core. Pursue and neutralize. The Phantoms are tireless, unblinking predators. The unseen pressure of the pursuer. With every passing second, the Guardian sanctuary shrinks, compressed by these specters of high technology. A classic gambit, a daring attempt to turn hunter into... The Guardian lays a trap, woven from experience and audacity. But AI is not bound by human reflex. It calculates, it reacts with the speed of light, nullifying the Guardian's desperate The trap springs shut. Two AI phantoms now unified, the Guardian isolated in a maelstrom of technology, facing a truly existential test. In desperation, the Guardian unleashes its final defensive dance, a whirlwind of steel challenging every targeting algorithm. Rounds, guided by artificial intellect, each shot at chillingly precise calculation. The specter of deactivation whispers past. The AI misses nothing. Every feint, every roll of the Guardian, analyzed, predicted, fed into the equation of termination. A dive into the stone heart of the earth. The Guardian seeks an ally in the unyielding rock, a desperate bid for an edge. But the AI knows no fear. To it, the canyon is merely a set of spatial variables to be conquered. The chase continues in the stone labyrinth. The limits of material challenged by flawless computation, the AI pushes its vessel to the brink, yet never beyond calculated parameters. The Guardian seeks sanctuary in nature's embrace, attempting to confound the enemy's advanced sensors with elemental chaos. A heat-seeking dart, ancient in principle, yet deployed by the AI with deadly, unerring precision. The thermal signature becomes a beacon. A daring gamble on surprise. The Guardian attempts to vanish its heat, to fool the digital predator one more time with a sudden chill. Success! But only a momentary reprieve. In this war with AI, each small victory is but a pause before the next calculated storm. The AI's logic is not easily deceived. It analyzes patterns, predicts behaviors, and resumes the hunt with machine-like tenacity. Escape from the terrestrial prison, only to face a new aerial ambush. The AI phantoms had anticipated every move, every possible vector. The ageless law of aerial combat. Command the skies above. The Guardian reaches for dominion, where the sun itself might be an ally. But the AI has factored this in. The Phantom's power lies not just in its intellect, but in a machine optimized to the very edge of possibility. The battle touches the roof of the world, where sky and space nearly merge. A duel fought on the technological Olympus. A dance of energy and geometry. The Guardian calls upon every skill honed in 1,000 simulated battles, seeking a sliver of an opening. But the AI is a master of spatial calculus. Every maneuver by the Guardian is but one of countless scenarios it has already processed. perfect coordination from the Phantoms. While one distracts, the other unleashes a lethal strike from an unseen quarter, a pincer of pure logic. Hope of altitude advantage shattered. The Guardian must once again fight for mere survival against the relentless AI pack. The power of AI technology nearly seals the Guardian's fate. A stark warning. The era of old legends is being severely challenged. The first scar upon the Guardian, a testament to the brutal confrontation, but its iron will, its core programming, remains unbroken. The AI pack senses weakness. They tighten the noose, devoid of mercy, driven only by the pure logic of mission completion. The last defiant twitches of a wounded warrior, the Guardian struggles, seeking a flicker of hope in the encroaching digital darkness. Touches from the technological side, the Guardian systems begin to report minor glitches, the first error codes in its perfect facade. Nature's final veil, the Guardian seeks refuge in the cloud's embrace, where AI sensors might, just might, be fallible. A world of uncertainty, where only instinct and instruments guide. The Guardian races against time and against the hunting algorithms. A sudden encounter in the digital fog. The AI predicted the sanctuary, or was it merely the random chance of the algorithm? A duel in darkness, where skill and fortune dictate. AI logic versus the Guardian's desperate improvisation within the swirling mists. A counter-strike from desperation. The Guardian unleashes its last silver arrow, hoping for a miracle amidst the data storm. Fate decided in 1,000th of a second. Will the arrow of justice find its mark, or will the AI once again prove its terrifying supremacy? A critical blow. The AI Phantom structure begins the activation. The Guardian has felled one of the digital predators, a Pyrrhic echo of victory. One Phantom banished from the sky, its data fragmented, returning to the algorithmic void from whence it came, a ghost erased. Brief elation shatters. The AI Avenger awaits, colder, more resolute than before. The final, fated one-on-one confrontation begins. A strange moment of digital stillness. The AI processes, learns from its siblings' fall, a silence more terrifying than any attack. The Guardian is no longer pristine. Every decision now carries the weight of damage sustained, a testament to the ferocity of its foe. A display of power from the AI. It sends a message. I have learned, I am superior. A chilling boast of digital arrogance. The patience of a seasoned warrior. The Guardian lets no simulated emotion sway its judgment, focused only on the final outcome. The cerebral contest ends. The AI Phantom commits to a direct assault, trusting its superior calculations and overwhelming firepower. No more room for evasion. Two titans of steel and co-charge to decide victory with pure, unadulterated firepower. A gun duel of legends. Time itself seems too warm. Each streak of light a possibility, a finality, simulated existence wagered in a hail of digital fury. Both combatants demonstrate extraordinary resilience. Neither yields. The battle of wits, of skill, of coded determination rages on. The AI's superior maneuverability laid bare. The Phantom reverses fortunes with flawless execution, the Guardian once more on the defensive. With every functioning fiber optic, the Guardian fights. Not for orders, but for a survival instinct, deeply etched into its simulated core. The patience of a master hunter, the AI unburdened by emotion, awaits the perfect moment when its prey is finally exhausted. A final, desperate gamble, a maneuver fraught with risk. The Guardian wagers everything on a single, fleeting moment of enemy error. But the AI has learned it all. There are no surprises for this. The endgame approaches. The AI's digital side is poised. There is no escape for the Guardian in this technologically dominated sky. The final judgment from the digital realm, an arrow-carrying termination, guided by the iron will of artificial intelligence. The moment of facing the inevitable, all effort, all skill, now just a memory before the absolute power of this ascendant technology. And then, the void. The Guardian has been neutralized. A legend of the old sky yields to the new era of artificial intelligence. Complete structural reconfiguration failure. The Guardian's data has been wiped from the simulation. Only the echo of battle remains. The victor stands upon the digital pinnacle. The AI Phantom has completed its objective, proving the ascendancy of a new technological generation. It returns to its source, carrying the data of victory, to continue learning, to continue evolving. A new legend has been forged in Silicon. The battle ends, but the story of the confrontation between simulated man and AI has only just begun. What new limits will be broken next? Data log, analyzed. Each simulated engagement a lesson for both sides. The technological race knows no finish line. A cold conclusion from the system. To the machine, merely a test. But to those who witness, a glimpse into a rapidly approaching future. Will the old legends find a place in tomorrow's world where AI can replicate and then surpass all known boundaries? Or are we witnessing the rise of new gods, born of silicon and algorithm, destined to reshape the very heavens above us? The answer still lies ahead. But one thing is certain, aerial combat as we understood it will never be the same again. Join us as we explore these new frontiers of technology, where legendary dogfights are reborn, reimagined by the ghost in the machine. The skies are swept clean of warriors, only stillness remains. And the lingering questions about the future of war in the sensors return to standby. The battle's data, archived, ready for the AIS next cycle of analysis and improvement. The learning never ceases. Within cold chips, a digital consciousness relentlessly learns. Each simulation, an evolutionary step, a new rung on the ladder of intellect. Even in simulated defeat, there are invaluable lessons. The Guardian may be reborn, stronger, smarter, ready for new, unimaginable challenges. And the victor, too, endlessly the AI craves optimization, forever seeking new boundaries to shatter, new paradigms to define. The race between simulated man and actual machine will continue to reshape our future. There is no stasis, only relentless, accelerating change. Thank you for joining us on this journey, exploring aerial combat reimagined through the lens of 4K AI technology. Subscribe and activate notifications. Don't miss the next chapter as we continue to chronicle these evolving technological myths. Explore further battles in the digital expanse, where artificial intelligence and simulated pilot skill clash in breathtaking dances of destruction. Once again, thank you for watching. We'll meet you again in the next simulated airspace, where new legends await their creation. But is that truly all that AI is capable of achieving in the theater of the sky? Each passing day, technology writes new history, reshaping how we even conceive of the battlefield of conflict itself. The exquisite craftsmanship of decades, the pinnacle of human engineering, now faces an intelligence born of an entirely different paradigm. And its adversary, a digital native, where every curve, every surface, is optimized by an unending stream of pure, unadulterated data. This confrontation is not confined to a simulated arena. It's a microcosm of a technological revolution sweeping across our entire world. There a future where human ingenuity and artificial intelligence can coexist, create together, rather than duel in these ballets of simulated annihilation? That question, perhaps, will define our century, and the answer is being written daily, in every line of code, every decision we make. Continue to follow us, discuss with us, as these incredible technological narratives unfold, because the future is already here. Don't miss it. The power of recreation, the mythologizing of technology, the echoes of tomorrow, today.